what your favorite band says about you. The Beatles, you think you discovered music. You have opinions about which Beatle is underrated, and your favorite phrase is, they just don't make music like this anymore, while ignoring the 5,000 Beatles tribute acts on YouTube. Radiohead, you describe yourself as mentally ill but vibey. You've stared at a crack in the wall for 2 hours while everything in its right place plays. You own at least one thrifted sweater that smells like sadness. Imagine Dragons, you peaked in 2014 and never emotionally moved on. You think loud equal to deep and wear motivational quotes like armor. Every breakup you've ever had involved a dramatic run with earbuds in. Queen, you're a drama queen in the best way. You've performed Bohemian Rhapsody alone in your room, car, and possibly a courtroom. You believe life should be an opera, and your email still ends in yahoo.com. Coldplay, you say you're sensitive, but really you just like the sound of stadium-sized emotions in lowercase font. You think Fix You is the peak of human empathy, and you've cried to yellow under artificial stars. The Rolling Stones, you're either a retired biker, a vintage TikToker, or someone who thinks drinking whiskey counts as a hobby. You refer to every other genre as not real music. Or Fleetwood Mac, you romanticize every breakup you've ever had. You say you're into vibes and auras, but you're really just working through something Stevie Nicks already wrote a song about 40 years ago. You love chaos, joy, and men who moisturize. You've screamed, "This is art," at a 4K fan cam. You are powerful, ungovernable, and have 18 burner accounts ready to defend Jungkook at any time. Linkin Park, you're in your healed but still broken era. You were very online in the early 2000s, and somehow every emotion you feel still comes with static distortion and Mike Shinoda rapping in the background. Nirvana, you think grunge is a lifestyle, not a genre. You bought a flannel once and called it a personality. You pretend not to care, but you've practiced your effortless angst face in the mirror. Arctic Monkeys, you drink black coffee, but you don't like it. You once used the phrase nocturnal debauchery in an Instagram caption. You peaked during your cigarette and eyeliner phase and haven't emotionally returned. ABBA, you are joy incarnate and a little chaotic. You're either a gay icon or an aunt with dangerous dance moves. You've turned multiple kitchen cleanups into full choreographed performances. Green Day, you were so sure your parents just didn't get you. You dyed your hair once, hated it, and blamed society. You still think American Idiot is the greatest political statement of the 21st century. Tool, you think understanding time signatures makes you enlightened. You own incense, several black shirts, and a deeply mysterious playlist named The Void. Paramore, you contain multitudes, rage, eyeliner, and surprisingly good cardio. You're healing, but you want everyone to know exactly how that healing process is going. In high res, with screams. Gorillaz, you're too online, and you like your music with a side of identity crisis. You've made up elaborate backstories for each cartoon band member, and once called your playlist Cyberpunk Dreamcore without irony. You flirt exclusively through shared playlists. You're chaotic neutral in a leather jacket, and you've tweeted, "I'm just a girl in a Maddie Healy song at 2 a.m. Your phone is always at 3% battery. Red Hot Chili Peppers, you haven't used a full sentence since 2010. You live for funky bass lines and incomprehensible lyrics that sound like a Florida man describing a sunset. You say vibe at least once a day. Muse, you love conspiracy theories but also cellos. You think rock peaked with dystopia, lasers, and British guys yelling about robots. You've shouted Uprising like it was a threat. Bon Iver, you once stared out a rainy window and felt a spiritual awakening. You listen to songs that sound like being gently hit with a snowflake. You say, "I'm just taking space to reflect when you're ghosting someone."